Hey, what's up guys? It's Pro Tip Monday and today I'm preparing a bunch of plants for that huge new large customer aquarium. You've probably seen them in some previous pro tips. Guys, while preparing these plants, I tested out a pro tip by a friend of mine, a YouTuber, Tobi, Jurijs, aka Aqua Owner, and this is about cleaning plants. And I would like to show you today my version and actually do a side-by-side comparison between my technique and his, and there will be some pros and cons, and at the end you can decide which technique you prefer. So without any further ado, let's get into it. As a test plant, we're having here Cryptocorini Petchii. Let's take it out of the packaging, and I like to remove the rock wool with my hands, just as much rock wool as possible. And then, this is my technique, I like to use very small and, what is important, sharp tweezers, like really sharp tips. And what I do, I kind of brush out the rock wool from in between the roots. Super easy, you know, it's like brushing your hair. I brush out the rock wool, just like this, turn around, and as you have just seen, I just help myself holding the plant with the tweezers. This is something you can only do with tweezers, and I don't have to tell you, I do it very often and I have quite a lot of practice in doing it. And this is, you know, you have seen it before. I'm trimming the crypts to this size. I just want the, you know, the roots and the rosette where the new leaves will coming from to prevent melting. Check out another pro tip about this technique. So, on the other side, Tobi suggested to use a fork, which might make sense. You have 4 tips instead of just 2 on the tweezer. So let's try this out. Taking the same plant, getting rid of the pot, removing as much rock wool as possible, and now applying the fork to brush out the rock wool. It works well, so I can see why he suggested doing it. But now let's get to a point where I think the tweezer technique is superior. First of all, I cannot hold the roots and kind of grab and help me with the plant. And also with the tweezers, what I can do, I can adjust the distance in between the tips by squeezing it together. So I can go wide, or I can go really narrow and get out the little pieces that just wouldn't go out with a fork. And what I can do as well, I can go inside and then kind of squeeze the roots a little bit and then slide off the rock wool from the roots. Let's put this aside. I will show you on the other plant. What I like about tweezers when I'm working with them, having them in my hand, what I like doing is I go with the tweezers, I kind of put it in the rock wool like this, and then I push the plant out from the cup. That just helps to get the plant out, the rock wool from here. So with the fork, I cannot get inside, and with this, just a little bit more difficult to hold. But I have to say, on the pro side, the big amount of rock wool works a little bit faster with the fork. But those, you see here in between, those tiny pieces, I cannot adjust how wide those tips are of the forks. I'm not getting out that small rock wool. So guys, that was it. I don't know, I will leave the decision up to you. Both techniques have their pros and cons. If you want the quick and dirty version, then probably the fork is your weapon of choice. If you want to work more precise, and if you're like me who already has, I don't know, been using the small tweezers for, I don't know, like thousands of pots of cleaning aquarium plants, then maybe you will go with the tweezers. So let me know in the comment section below which tool you would prefer, which technique. So this is not a battle between Tobi and myself. I just saw his video this morning and I thought, hey, let me try this out, and why not share this experience with you guys. If you enjoyed watching this video, give me a thumbs up. Like I said, drop a comment below which tool you would prefer, and as always, I'm gonna see you in the next one.